Jon, I was really struck reading all the material about you. You keep using the word joy. What is it about the word joy? Why does that keep springing to mind as you're launching all this stage of your career?
With the decades, your focus changes. In your 20s, it's fair to say that you're single-mindedly focused on career. You know, at 30, you check to see if it's going in the right direction. At 40, maybe you land on the ground and say, okay, I've done what I need to do. 50, you start setting goals of legacy. At 60, what is there? And you think about it really long and hard and you say, wisdom. And if there's the lack of joy, what's the point? And so, you know, having come through the physical challenges that I did, looking back on everything is wonderful, but I don't live in the past and I don't live in the future. If I can live right here and just have joy in that moment, I win.
It seems to me that the appeal of getting back on stage, that's huge for you now, isn't it? Driving
with that in
you know,
mind.
Yeah,
with that in mind. There's no way I'm doing any more 240 show tours. I don't need to go to every nook and cranny on the earth, you know, to promote a record. To me, there's going to be 4 shows in Europe next summer. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's meant to be joy. Come here, see friends, perform, feel that energy, go down to London, do it again, go home. And with that kind of feeling now for next year, all I can do is build on that kind of anticipated joy.
So why Dublin then? Of the 4, why did you want to be here?
Well, there's some kind of spiritual connection I have here. I don't know what it is. I joke and forever have said because my wife's Irish roots, therefore my kids are Irish. I just aspire to be Irish. I'm applying year after year, trying to be adopted. But the connection that I've had here with the people, that's really what it comes down to.
And 20 years since you were last at
I
Croke
know,
Park.
here.
Do you remember it?
Yes, of course. You know, all the big venues here in town have had a special meeting. There's a lot of history at the RDS. Going to Slane is always it's a one-off. You know, Lansdowne was a one-off. The Point back in the late 80s, which is now the 3 Arena, I think they call it. But coming here was a big deal. Yeah, I remember my kids going around on their little scooters and, you know, that sound check, and friends being here with me at the sound check and are getting a gander of this big old cement structure, because it's different than the RDS. It's different than Slane. You know, these grandstands didn't exist out at Slane. You know, they don't exist at the RDS, so it's different.
Why do you think Irish fans just love your music so much? What is the enduring appeal?
They have good taste.
But you know, what is it about that music, you think, that connection with the audience, that they just flock back and back?
I don't know. All we do is try to write music from a pure place. That's all I've ever tried to do. I couldn't pretend to be someone I wasn't. And, you know, and you come back and time again with nothing but gratitude. We're lucky.
Finally then, the word forever, you know, you've put it everywhere. That feels to me like a real note of confidence in all this. Talk to me about the choice of that title.
Once upon a time, we had an album called Bon Jovi, New Jersey. It simply said who we are and where we're from. With this era, I just thought back on, like I said, that 60-plus-year-old guy now that's been making records for 40-plus years.
Now, yeah.
Still being contemporary and doing what we want to do. These songs are going to last forever. And that was kind of the feeling. It was that idea that they'll live long after we're gone.